So wow, this is interesting, man. So Sanchez to Inter Milan, we weren't really able to cover it on on the live show because I didn't really think that it was true. But looking at it now, it's an agreed deal. Looks like if he will actually be going, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I've come out and I've said that I think Sanchez is done. I believe that he's finished, and I think his career as a top tier player is completely and totally finito. But Antonio Conte is a manager who is an expert at getting average players to play. I'm amazing. Graziano Pelle, um, Jack amongst many others, and Diego Costa. His best ever season, his best ever time was under Antonio Conte. So if there's any man who can sort of recapture and reclaim the best from Alexis Sanchez, it's Antonio Conte. And something that's also very key is Sanchez and Lukaku are very good friends. So if they can form that link, who knows? Maybe that is what they need because Lautaro Martinez is a pretty good player. He's not an amazing player. He's not really an exceptional player. He's just pretty good. Tier three at the most, upper tier three. As I said, I think Sanchez is done. But I've seen Sanchez at his best, and Sanchez at his best was a tier two, potential upper tier two player. So does he still have that in him? I don't think he does. But he has that ability. He has that within him. And if Conte can bring Sanchez at his best, he will be Inter Milan's best player, 100%. So I don't know what Conte is going to do. I don't know what he's going to say to him. I don't know how he's going to use him. I don't know how he's going to be able to get Sanchez in mind to sort of fall into that kind of era that he was years ago, where he was probably one of the most dangerous individual players in the world. Because in fairness, in the Copa America, in the first few games of the Copa America before the game where they got knocked out by, I believe was it Peru, he looked good. And I was like, my gosh, is this the Sanchez of old? But then he then went back to being crap. So um, it's it's worth the risk. I believe it's worth the risk. If this was a different manager, I'd be like, it's not worth the risk. This guy's done. But for Conte, I just think that it is worth the risk. I don't think Sanchez is anything. I still do believe that he's done. But if somehow he turns around and starts playing amazing, I'll say well done. But I'll say, bro, the only guy that could do this to you is a Conte because Conte just has an ability to create a system and an environment to get players to play either above their means or really to play at their highest levels. Sort of similar to what Ferguson did during that United era with the Neville. So I mean, Inter Milan looking like a very interesting team because these are some very interesting purchases. I mean, Perisic, I don't think that was much more of a major loss. He was a top player, but Perisic never really reached his full potential. So you know what? I'm very interested to see how Sanchez does. So if we can see good old school Sanchez for Inter Milan, that's huge.